Dongye Machinery Group Aerated Lightweight Concrete ALC plate production line has the following 6 sections: preparation and storage of raw materials, preparation and antiseptic treatment of reinforcement cage, batching, pouring and rod inserting, static curing and rod extraction, cutting and regrouping, autoclaved curing and finished product processing, etc. Firstly, use a wet-type ball mill to mill fly ash or sand with water into certain concentration of slurry and store in slurry tanks. Limestones are loaded into jaw crusher for crushing and stocked into the semi-lime silo by bucket elevator. Then it will be grinded into powder by dry ball mill through belt scale. Lime powder will be stored in lime powder silo for preservation. Raw material preparation, transportation process are equipped with dust cleaner to ensure the environment from pollution. Process the round steel bars into long and short bars of required sizes with a straightening cutting machine. Put these processed bars on the net welded machine frame for automatic welding. Then, place the completed net on the suspension-type welder frame. Adjust the dimension and location, and weld the required mesh cage with the mesh welder, lifting the cage to the groove for dipping paint of corrosion remover by a special cage sling, ensuring that the surface of the cage is fully painted with the remover. Then, lift the mesh cage into the dryer for drying. After drying for 10 minutes, lift the mesh cage to the assembly area for assembling. Slurry being measured by slurry scale, lime and cement being measured by dry material scale, aluminum measured by aluminum scale. Pour the above raw material into pouring mixture by order. After 2 to 3 minutes of high-speed mixing, pouring into mold box. When the pouring is completed, ferry car carries the mold box to the place for rod inserting. Assembled cage is inserted into the mold box by the rod inserting hanger. The position of mesh cage is fixed by steel bars. The processes above are under the integrated control of the batching building to ensure the continuity and precision of batching, pouring, and rod inserting. After rod inserting for mold box is completed, convey the mold box with the friction gear to the static curing room for 2 to 3 hours of storage. A series of physical and chemical changes, such as expanding, hardening, and so on, happen to the slurry in the mold box under the function of lime, cement, and water. When it reaches the strength for cutting, convey the casting box with the friction gear to the place for rod removing. Then remove the whole rod frame with rod removing sling and deliver it to the underside of the turnover sling by the friction gear. Lifting the mold box to the underside of cutting area with the turnover sling, turning the casting box by 90 degrees with the turnover equipment, and lay the casting box sideways on the number 1 cutting trolley, and then the mechanical arm of the turnover sling will automatically unlock the locking arm and achieve demolding. Convey the empty casting box to the recycling line of side plates with the turnover sling and reassemble the empty casting box with the side plate. In the meantime, send the green body and side plate to the cutting area with the number 1 cutting trolley. It will firstly pass through the level cutting equipment and conduct level cutting on the green body according to the set width. At the same time, milling flute treatment is conducted for both sides of the green body. Soon afterwards, the number 1 cutting trolley continuously moves to the lower side of the vertical cutting device. The green body and the side plate are jacked up by the hydraulic displacement device. The 4-axis swing cutting frame drives the wire swing in a serration type for vertical cutting. In the meantime of cutting, the number 1 cutting trolley returns from the original path to carry the next green body. The number 2 cutting trolley moves to the lower side of the vertical cutting device. After the completion of vertical cutting, the hydraulic displacement device puts the green body on the number 2 cutting trolley with the side plate. The number 2 cutting trolley moves to the lower side of the sling for semi-finished products. The sling for semi-finished products lifts the cut green body to the steam trolley with the side plate. The grouping is completed. All wastes generated in the whole cutting process could be recycled for use. The cut green body is orderly put at the autoclaving trolley with the side plate. The dragger before the autoclave sends the grouped steam trolley to the autoclave with the green bodies. After 8 to 10 hours of high temperature and high pressure curing, the completed product is dragged out of the autoclave by the dragger behind the autoclave. The completed product is put on the side plate transport line with the side plate by the sling. The completed product and the side plate move to the lower side of the mobile separating machine for separating from the upper layer to the lower layer. After it is completed, moving separating machine clamps all finished products and lifts them to the finished products transport line and send them to the storage yard. In the meantime, the side plate is cleaned on the transport line and reassembled with mold box. The steam trolley returns to the front of the autoclave for grouping. The workflow above is repeated in the whole production line continually. Dongyu will inherit the development strategy of innovation, high efficiency, lean management, synergetic development, and international integration to create building material machinery manufacturing base, possessing international competitiveness. Become a trustworthy international building material machinery manufacturer with international quality and international influences. Dongyu Machinery Group.